Okay, we got a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And we're going to push that go live button. Excellent. Wahahaha. And when Layden gets in here, she'll be so impressed. I have 2 ways to notify me that I may or may not be muted. I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. Ba-da-da-da-dun, dun. Ba-da-da-da-dun, dun, dun. Ba-da-da-da-dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna need to make up some more of this soon. Oh, tay, do, tay. Some stretching in. And we're gonna work on Cat the Witch. And we're gonna need sea blue with some blue. I need some blue. I think we're gonna need ultramarine blue or cobalt blue green. We shall need one of these. Or I can grab Morning Sky. Morning Sky actually might be better. Actually, no, I want silver gray. Oh, I do know what I want. I need to toss a mixing ball into this guy. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-bum. Oh, that's what I needed. I needed a brown too. Whoops. I do need a light brown. Um, I think we're gonna have to go with the bone cocky and mix some white into it to get what I want it to do today. Get a bit of a cocky color. You know, oh, son of a biscuit, what did I just knock off? Don't want to knock that off. Lose cat toy. I might lose out. I might lose my arm. And that is working too. It was raining cats and dogs the other day. I almost stepped in a poodle. All right. So we're returning to cat tonight because I wanted to see how much I could hit my camera with the figure. So we are going to work on cleaning up some of the white bits a little bit. I need to get the red star in the center, clean up a little bit of the white around, and then I need to get some variations in darker colors going on the inside. We're also going to work on the shoes, lightening them up as well. And then we will be considering what we want to do with this staff as well, more than likely. Um, because one of the reasons why I have not fixed my flub of gluing the staff back on is that I need to get all of the little lines in between for the ruffles and get some separation going on there for contrast and the word depth. So we have our paints mixed up. I've got my bone cocky, and I want to get some of it out on my palate. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hello. How are you doing, Layden? Um, you should notice my logo now lights up with some red and white text when I speak. And then when I'm not, it just kind of rotates around. Yeah. I figured that would be nice. A lot of people use it to have like an animation for when like their mouth opens, or they have like a resting image and then like a talking image kind of deal. Uh, it was Taco Reacts or Taco Food Truck. Yeah, Taco Food Truck, I think. Was talking about the primary reason why they did the PNG tubing is body dysmorphia. I was like, oh, that's actually kind of nice. Good evening, Antifreeze. How are you? I hope you're not frozen. Ba-da-dum-tis. That's good. Good, 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 good. I know. I know. I actually have a social event to go later this week, but it will not impact my streaming schedule in any way, shape, or form. It just means on Thursday I won't be doing any like behind the scenes work, like preparing shorts and all that stuff. But yeah, this Thursday I get to go see Alton Brown live, so I'm excited to go do that. But it's going to be cold AF. Cold AF. But I know you're going to be getting it too because we got that there cold snap going on. Uh, so I need to clean up some of my gold, like right around here with some cloud sky really quick. Um, so yeah. I hope your weekend's been great, Anna Priest. It's been a while since I've seen you. Chatty. And I hope you have a great dinner because I know that's soon for you. For me personally, I decided to do breakfast for dinner. So one morning when I wake up, if I want to, I can make a can of biscuits and have them for oh, eating dinner right now. Nailed it first try. What you got for dinner? I was gonna say I did breakfast for dinner and made some biscuits and gravy. Chicken and dumpling. That sounds delicious too. That actually wouldn't have been a bad thing to cook, but it was supposed to be like super rainy today, and we got like next to no rain. Well, we got rain when I was asleep. We didn't get a lot of rain after that. If I had been a smarter individual, I would have considered doing a but chicken gnocchi dinner soup. That would be good for when the weather turns cold. Um, I could have gotten a fryer chicken and smoked it, and then saved some of it for chicken and rice, and then used the rest of it in a soup. I need my magnifying glass for this son of a gun. Your eyes are good, sire, but they are not that good. Uh, but do a chicken and gnocchi soup. So it's one of the easiest soups you can ever make. You get some gnocchi, you get some chicken alfredo, you get some spinach, you throw it all in a pot, and you basically cook it with some chicken stock. Actually works out pretty well and it's tasty. I learned to make it for someone else, but when it comes to like a simple dinner and you smoke poultry, because I mean that's the idea is that you use like a leftover chicken. For it. All right. I need to push that zoom button. Welcome in, Sleepy Wolfie. Welcome in. Son of a biscuit. Come on, focus button. You can do it. I believe in you. Welcome in. We're working on Cat the Witch tonight a little bit. I figured I'd do something a little easy, a little relaxed. We're going to work on getting some of our white squared away. And if time permits, we'll probably work on the shoes. But I need to clean up a lot of that white. Thank you. She's been on the painting desk since the Belmont model. Lordy. But I figured I needed me a little bit of a victory today, so we were going to work on something small to build that victory. I thought about going back to Gotham and working on the sirens again, but just didn't want to do that. Just didn't want to deal with them tonight. But welcome in. I paint primarily fantasy type things. She is the largest thing that I have on my desk currently. Well, aside from the bust. Miniko the geisha. I just haven't picked her back up yet. I tried to pick her up a little bit last night on stream and it just was not working either. So we will work on staying in frame and I can turn off this other light and it will help the washout. There we go. I don't need it for myself. I have plenty of welcome to Painty Paint stream. He can't speak worth a shit. I wonder if I blew my voice out doing too much voice recording today. Interesting. Is that continuous or is that going to be... Is that going to work for me? Okay. We're going to try that, right? Nope, that was right before. This is why you don't look over at things and wonder why they're doing what they're doing sometimes. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze there for a second. So, we need to build in some shadow. However, I don't want the shadows to be as harsh as I typically would do. So you will enjoy when Malty joins us on the stream and we ramble on through different things of German sometimes. Between me and him, we get plenty confused about everything under the sun. But yeah, English is supposed to be my first language, but pretty sure I had to learn a few different ones when I started this hobby. understand all the different acronyms and everything that goes along with it. So, traditionally, when I would do these kinds of things that I'm doing right now, I would follow what Painting Big would do over on Reaper Miniatures, which is utilize our friend called Brown Liner and create an extremely hard shadow, which is fine. It's great. Specifically, where stay in frame, dummy. Do I have the slide up too high? I think I did. I can turn the exposure down too. Frequently, what she would recommend often at times, and what I've been adhering to in a lot of my painting, is to use a very dark line, specifically in between the folds of the tabard, I guess you would call it, on the front side of her. But I don't want to go quite that dark with brown liner. We might get some out and thin it down and see what it looks like, to be honest with you. I do like when some of the shadows pop out and slap you, so we'll see. We can always mix brown liner into our off-white as well. And if you were curious of what you could utilize a liner paint with, you could be a speed paint as well. He says that and he remembers he has Pallid Witchbone. That would be another good one to use as well. But you can start to see it starting to form. 1 second. But we welcome you in, Sleepy Wolfie. I've seen you about in, is it Grumpy or AWL streams? I might even see you in Zombies from time to time. Just like me. Just like me. We're all over the place. You can't contain us. We're uncontainable. We spread chaos wherever we go. But welcome in. I'm glad you could stop by. So brown liner is a magical paint sometimes that I frequently like to use. And we get that kind of nice muddy gray mixing up in our palette a little bit. Let me turn the exposure up just a little bit and you can kind of see it popping up there where I had been using it. But if I mix in some more, I can kind of get that gray that I was thinking I needed. Or brown, really, is what I'm looking for. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional. I only repeat what people have shown me and hope for the best. So, and we struggle on staying in frame. I might have to adjust the contrast on the webcam in a second. Let's go ahead and try to turn that down 1 second. Interior properties. We are stronger together, that is for dang sure. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do. I do as well. I'm glad that there are so many people around that we can be assets to each other and we can help each other out. It's really nice being able to talk to someone like Grumpy and Zombie and Sashimi to see different aspects of styles of painting. Someone had posted something in Grumpy's Discord, and I was like, I didn't need to know that model existed. I really didn't. So now you can kind of see where I got those light brown lines going in. I might have gotten a little too thick there. But we can always add a little bit more cloud sky and fix it. I do typically listen to lo-fi. I vary my lo-fis up quite a bit as well. One, because I just want to be chill. We all got enough horse to look forward to on Monday. I'd rather just not and say we did. Oh, excuse me. Stand by. You can move this camera forward some for yourself, good sir. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I'm trying to clean up where I got a little wonky with what I was doing. So all right, maybe I have it too thin. Will you be a little less thinner and cover for me, please? Yeah, it usually is. Sometimes I will mix up with instrumental metal or tribal. But it is usually when I am trying to push and focus on something that I want to get done. When I need like a pick me up and an energy boost. There we go. I got part of her tabard squared away there. All right. She is currently somewhere else. Not here. Catra is my cat. She will randomly attack me here and there. You will hear her meow at times as well. I have the window open for her, Layden. She wants to hang out somewhere else. Your fellow Chaos Minion? Pretty sure she is the Chaos Minion. We had an extremely well-placed nap today. Slept for at least an hour on the couch together. And then she was like, you dumbass, why did you move? I'm like, because I need to get up and do things. And I want to have lunch. When my cat is nearby and hanging out, I usually turn on another camera so everybody can see her and see the chaos gremlin that I house in this house. All right, so we'll work up here on the frilly bit of the top of the sock. And slide a line in between the frills first. I'm sorry if this is a bit unfun, but oddly enough, like Grumpy had pointed out and I said in history, sometimes drawing lines or doing that separation of pieces can be very relaxing and meditatively focusing as well. So you can see I haven't put a line there, but I put just that one little line in the middle of that sock, of the garter belt sock right there. Helps it stand out just a little bit more. I plan on adding just a little bit of white into my cloud sky to get it to pop just a smidge more. Oh, and stretch your arms out. Don't be tense when painting. Relax and breathe. Oh, stretch. I don't know, but I don't know about you, Layden, but I'm feeling a lot more energized today than I was yesterday. Uh, that's good. Um, what made me think of the PNG tubing thing, by the way, Layden, as I was watching Spelling Mistakes stream this morning, or earlier before I started mine. I went to dinner, and because of the challenges that they're having with their voice right now, they had a kind of a hanging bot next to their VTube avatar, and they were using text to speech off of that bot. So essentially, when the text to speech kicked in, the little puppet would open its mouth and, you know, mimic speaking a little bit. And, you know, I've also seen other people doing it, like Mellow Ramery. Uh, and then June Gold sometimes will do it, and I know Grumpy has done it a couple of times as well. And sometimes algorithms like it when they can see like something constantly changing on the screen when a voice is activated. Oh, yeah. Also, Sleepy Wolfie. I'm returning to streaming, so we are figuring out different aspects. So there may be changes to the stream one day, and you'd be like, I have no memory of this place. It's because randomness happens. It's crazy that you lose the sock depending on how you turn it. Starts to stand out a little bit more. Now I can take my Cloud Sky and my white. Yeah, it always is. It is always a challenge. I had joked with someone, and I have a notebook here. You know, now that I'm catching up with some of the things that I want to have done, I may start the dark side of content creation. Excuse me. Streaming aspects, and just kind of talking about the different things that you have to prepare yourself for. I was at the meat market one night, or one afternoon, really. An actual meat market, not a club or anything like that. A proper meat market. I was talking to one of the guys behind the desk because we became friends, and we were he jokingly said something to me about using AI and talking to AI and all that stuff. And one of the people that was there was a fitness instructor that was trying to do the same kinds of things, talking about how complicated it is to have like that sounding board you need sometimes to talk. Like, I need you to help me write an Instagram post, or can you read this Instagram post? And I was like, yeah, it's all the things that they didn't tell you about content creation until you started doing it. So, becoming a pseudo graphic artist, becoming a pseudo videographer, becoming a voice actor, learning audio engineering. All of the bots, literally all of them. Nightbot, SiriBot, BossBot, Stream Elements bot. The lighting expert that you have to become. Understanding gamma. It makes you almost go, no, I'm good. I'm good. But me and the guy were talking about it because he was like, it's so refreshing to hear someone have a lot of the same challenges that I'm having. That was me about 4 o'clock today. I try to edit YouTube shorts or create YouTube shorts out of some of the posts that I create for Instagram for Reels as well. And I've been using the Canva platform because it's a web-based and conveniently easy. And I had a friend that took a little bit of pity on me and kind of helped me understand what it's for. And I'm like, me dumb, me don't know editing softwares. I don't want to know Adobe Photoshop. It's too complicated. So when you edit the videos in there, you have to voice record all of the stuff, and you have to record it, then you have to listen to yourself, and then you have to post all the stuff up there, then you have to edit the video, and then like you start editing the video and you put the link link in there, and then you like extract the audio, it extracts the audio, and then you delete the video out, and it shrinks itself, and you're like, deep breath. Inhale, exhale. I'm like, son of a biscuit, is this really worth it? No, we'll just go make dinner now. So I have 2 of them edited and ready to go. I have to get the other 2 squared away as well. But the idea was to try to use the finished Instagram posts that I have lined up to go along with them, and try to post the YouTube shorts in a similar way, so you can start to grow a following. You start to grow a following, and so you can start having people join your stream. And then you have to work around in these like constant things. It's like, or I could just show photos of my feet on the internet. I don't know yet. But that's even worse sometimes. Or the content creation for that is worse, is what I'm specifically saying. If someone wants to do that for a living, they are more than welcome to do it. We do not judge. So adding just a little bit of white, I might go up to pure white, just a little dab. Don't want to do a lot of white. Because as me and Grumpy were talking one day in stream, when you want to go all the way up to some color or trying to imply the color, sometimes it's better to do little than it is a lot. And your brain will do the rest of the work for me. So thank you, brains, for doing the work for me. And then you get the brilliant idea, like we just said on stream, about different ideas for posts and shorts, and you go, do I really want to do that? Do you really want to go back through your old YouTube video to create the clip for that? So I totally understand you, Sleepy Wolf. Whether or not you want it to be perceived, you are perceived. And once perceived, you cannot be unperceived. Because trust me, I wish I could unperceive people sometimes, but I cannot. So Layden, that emoji, but Elmo for Chaos Elmo. Win, win. When we can make our own badges. Yeah, so my neighbor was having a party, and I looked out my window unintentionally today, and I was like, oh, I know who that person is, and I don't like them. So we're going to spend the rest of the day hidden at the back of my house, just in case someone comes by that I don't want to see. Because I remember where I last saw them at. If you want to, Layden, if you want to. I still have a long... So I have the 50 followers, but I need the 3 average viewers before I can do the affiliate thing. If I keep having people join like I have been recently, it shall be not long, but it has to be 3 average viewers over a month, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a little bit of time to go still. And then I am definitely going to ask you for your assistance. And we can create an exchange. I will gladly do that. Because that's the other part. Son of a biscuit. The neighbor's dog. Um, I want some. No, I want this guy right here. Because that's the other. Good morning, Battle Ready Miniatures. How are you? You feeling better tonight? Sleepy in you. You just said good morning in all caps, sir. You cannot be sleepy. Also, you have a VIP icon next to your name. Because you do unlock that at 50 viewers. Or 50 followers. I would like to take the time to thank everybody that has followed as well. It means a great deal. Because in one day, in the near future, maybe I can stop my day job permanently and do something else with my life aside from that soul draining thing. We are working with the color white tonight and the absence of white, really. Um, her scrunched socks are going to be the death of me with all of the different crevices. Oh, I got the sneezies. I got the sneezels. Uh, I did start down the dangerous path of the PNG tubing thing. No, my hand is definitely white. That's white. This cloth is white. It may be like different shades of white, but it was white at one point. Okay. So we're going to return up to here to her arm, and we're going to do this piece. We're all shades of wheat. Or are we all shades of non-existent hue and color is a lie? We're actually all gray and white together. I I had biscuits for dinner, so I ate quite a bit of wheat as well. One could say it was a very weedy dinner. Mm-hmm. So let's get a dad joke. A bad joke. The dad joke. Two fish are in her tank. One turns to the other and says, "How do you drive this thing?" Yeah, yeah. I agree with that dad joke. It's a good dad joke. Quality dad joke right there. I can turn the exposure up a little bit now. It will help. It'll help just a smidge with what I'm doing now. Yeah, but you can kind of see the difference it made between the left thigh and the right thigh. Um, so we'll get some of our white in our cloud sky. Then the two out. Get it nice and thin again. And I may have to take away the mute icon because the PNG tubing thing kind of helps. That is correct, not already. Everybody knows who did it. The other guy. There's two people in the elevator and a dog. All of a sudden, someone farts. You know who did it? The dog. Oh, and I think I'm gonna have to push myself. You are correct. Oh. We forget how short this month is sometimes. And I need to start getting things done so I can start priming something else. So I have some more variety. Because I do need to get to that lighthouse and that um, uh, or to the black and white miniature that I cannot seem to get out of my head. Okay, goodbye, sweetie. Apparently, she had snuck up into the room and I didn't even realize it. Ba-da-da-da. Wow. I'm going to lower my desk. I am going to lower my desk. Okay. So we are working on the color white still. Also, Battle Ready, I determined that spelling mistake will be the Bard of Bards for us. Um, I was watching their stream earlier today, and apparently they had a medication mishap and have a rogue state or have a disassociated state of um, speech. So it's really hard for them to talk. Like when they want to speak, they know all the letters and they see all the letters in their head. But when it goes between their mouth and their, from the brain to the mouth, it gets lost in translation. They started singing supercalifragic. They started singing, and essentially all of it was perfect and on time and correct. And someone's like, "I don't understand," and it's bardic magic with the brain. They can sing the words they want, but they cannot speak the words they want. Kind of deal. In which they must speak in only in songs. Ozzy, um, different things. You know, I believe they were singing Les Miserables, Mary Poppins. So, all right. So that side I haven't touched, and this side I have, and you can see a little bit of difference, especially with the arm ruffle, the right leg, but the left leg has not been touched yet. Okay, goodbye, sweetie. The reason why she was probably more interested in the outside than me is that the dog was outside laden, and she wants to um, have choice meows with this dog. She runs back and forth. She's running back and forth. If I had a long enough cable, I would. Well, if I get a dedicated camera for her, I was thinking of trying to see if I could find a wireless one that I could charge. and use because I don't have room to move the laptop all that well on my desk. So it's hard to get a camera angle on her right now as well because I have the desk in the sitting position, not the standing position. So at some point, I'm sure she will make a presence on the desk itself because I'm not fully paying attention right now to all of her movements. Um, Probably not a wireless, but I do need an extension for the cable. It's not long enough to get to the other side of the desk and sit on the thing that I would want it to sit on. That's a lot of cord. I don't need 50 feet of cord. I need like another foot. Really, I just need another 6 inches. But it's on a list somewhere. Um, if I decide to go with the monitor stands instead of my super official boxes that I have everything standing on, that might help get me the difference that I need. Because a lot of those built-in hubs, I could jump between the two to extend that one camera. Because right now, all you would see is my drawers. Right now I'm using a CyberVantage laptop mount for my stand. And then I have a super official Deathwish coffee mug box that's holding up one of my cameras right now because reasons. Um, oh, yeah. I have my work computer has those because I use a standing desk there as well. But my streaming computer is technically a laptop that I utilize because I did not want to invest in a full tower. However, as time goes on and things require improvements, I may consider reconstructing a tower. No, I needed a foot longer, not shorter, longer. I don't need a 50-foot USB cable that I get to recreate. Oh, I've always loved my towers. All of them that I built, I love. I just didn't feel like building one right now. Um, at the end of the year, depending on where I'm at with this streaming setup, I will probably build a new one then, assuming it doesn't go sideways with people. Um, I'll probably build one at the end of the year. That's really the reason why I don't want to um, invest in one right now. Is that shit's ass expensive. I mean, I built one a long time ago that I spent $4,000 in video cards because I used two of them at the same time back in the day. And of course, I built it on a Gigabyte motherboard, which lasted exactly one freaking year before I had to toast it. So I could never buy that from the brand Gigabyte again. It seems so weird because everybody really likes that company, but I wondered how many times their motherboards went bad in 1 year. That's the other thing is that the rig that I built years ago, I would have to upgrade because it's using old hardware and it's too expensive to upgrade it. I mean, it's not too expensive to upgrade it. It's a really expensive paperweight right now. Or it'd be a really expensive paperweight for me right now because that computer sits in my work office and I don't want to sit in my work office any longer than I need to. Even though I would be looking away from my work laptop, I do not want to be anywhere near that thing. The temptation to pour coffee on it would be too strong. Oh, Sleepy's hanging around somewhere, I think. And Freeze is having dinner, and I think he's going to go off into Skyrim and see if he can be an Elven Archer again. Or I forget what the meme of where that town takes you all the time. Uh, but yeah, feel free to join in on the chat. Joke about the forced upgrades to Windows 11 for our overlords. I'm assuming Malty's asleep. I haven't seen him yet, which is good. He deserves a good night's rest. Or unless Layden sicked his their paralysis demons on him. I'm trying to create separations between different folds and aspects of things. An easy way of doing it is drawing in a dark line. However, it makes for awkward painting. I have never heard of that one. you're okay. What? Where are you at, nerd? There you are. There you are, nerd. Oops, wrong one. Does work. There you go. There you go. You can see her little head poking out now. Even with the cold. Turn up my exposure again because apparently I turned when I deactivated the camera and reactivated it, reset it. I was working on this froofy bit right here. Yeah. She does enjoy it when I leave the window open. It's not quite cold enough for me to be super concerned about, but I will have to pay for it later at some point, I'm sure. I'm okay with that. So yeah. But so we'll see what happens. I may build a new tower next year, or at the end of this year, beginning of next, depending on how shit goes. Um, we'll go from there. I am missing half of her staff. It is currently in one of the boxes. Apparently, when I put her down on this cork top, I didn't realize I was putting pressure down on the staff and snapped it. So I will reglue it back up there eventually. Yeah, that's the right. You can see her little head just left and right, left and right. Should have seen her earlier when I was eating dinner and she got on the dining room table like she's not supposed to, but you know, she stayed at the other end of it and stayed away from my food. So I allowed it, and she knew exactly how to get away with the rule. She turned around and looked outside and started stalking the squirrel on the outside that was hanging out outside. And they got really perturbed because a really chunky one was hanging out on a fence. Right next to one of the windows. There you go, Layden. You got kitty kisses on the cam. What's up? What? You okay? What's going on? Hmm? What's going on? Hmm? What's going on? Huh, nerd? Huh? What's going on? Hmm? Okay. I guess that's how it's gonna go right now. I guess that's how it's gonna go right now. Sorry, every so often I have to stop and turn around and play with the cat. Because if I don't, she will be pissy. And we don't like an angry cat, so enjoy the shot on my floor. What? Hmm? What's up? Hmm? Hmm? What's up? Hmm? What's up? Where's it at? Where's it at? Huh? Where's it at? Oh, she's in seek and destroy mode right now. We have crushed it. What's up? Hmm? 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 What's up? What? Hmm? What's up, nerd? I do refer to as nerd, by the way. She affectionately takes it, so I will call her that. What? Okay. Okay. Now that I know you're not underfoot. Yeah. Somehow I moved the cable just enough that you can see it. Also, thank you for the follow, Judge Dave. And welcome in. I don't know why I missed that. Or I don't know how I missed that. No, it was 5 minutes ago. There we go. There we go. I don't. Apparently, the sound decided it doesn't want to behave. I don't understand all the time. What's up, nerd? Huh? Be safe. And if you are Judge Dave, does that make you the law? I am working around her sulks a bit, trying to create a little bit of visual interest around them so they kind of stand out a little bit and they don't look just kind of lost. Um, there's a couple of different ways you can go about doing it. One, you could ignore it and paint everything around it. Or two, you can do like I'm doing and utilize a little bit of Bone Cocky with a brown liner from Reaper MSP and Cloud Sky along with a pure white. Currently, with the only exception of brown liner, everything else is a Chimera color. I do not recommend one specific brand over the other. I recommend whatever you have close at hand. Or whatever's easily accessible for you. I prefer both Reaper MSP and Chimera. I will use a little bit of Pro Acryl here and there, but I don't use much of it. So if I turn this up a little bit more, get the light a little bit closer to where I'm at, you can see that the garter belt that holds up the sheer socks, along with the white socks on the bottom, they have some visual interest on them. Your eye's not taken away from them, it's not drawn to them, but you can tell that it's definitely a ruffled, white-like texture that matches the tabard. So our next focus is going to be to get this stupid magnifying glass out of the way right now, because by golly, sometimes I enjoy using that, but I didn't realize I've been using it for 2 hours, and it kind of exhausts my eyes out a little bit more than it probably should, but it does. So we will stretch for a second, and I will turn off the cat cam because she is currently not hanging out with me. I do have a cat that bounces around sometimes, and I will affectionately call her a nerd. She is a young tortoiseshell cat. Now I have the rest of the tabard that I need to get up to. So we are going to use a mixture of the white and Cloud Sky to start creating our highlight. I also have random projects that float around in my head and will come out at some point. I will be doing a ghoulish creature in the colors of black and white, and using the absence of black and white to create the color. And if that doesn't make sense, it will one day. Ba-da-da. Keep it up and stay in frame, goofball. We will paint in 9 million layers as well. Oh, shoot. Sorry. 1 second. I need to do this before I forget. There we go. White cream. Shadow. Brown liner. And bone cocky. I keep notes for myself where I'm at, plus the white, in case I need to go back and touch up things. Sometimes I will do color swatches on the thing, depending on how I feel. Depends on how I feel that day. All right, so let's get our cloud sky and bone cocky, or cloud sky and white mixture, because we need to create depth. On the underside here. Add in a little bit of layers. At some point, I might have to figure out what to do with her eyes. At some point, I'll have to figure out what I want to do with her eyes. Excuse me. Take some of this white and cloud sky mix. Very gently painted into the eyes. They start to pop out a little bit more. Excuse me. That's another yoni right there. That's a big old yoni right there. Big old yoni. Brum. What's up, sweetie? You okay? You okay, nerd? The watcher is watching. What's up? What do you mean, brown? Brown, brown to you too. Hmm? Are the neighbors finally leaving their party? I know. You're okay. Yes, you are. You're all right. You're okay. And since I have it out, I'll add some pure white reflections to the edges of the gold non-metallic metal bits. Because you were technically supposed to add white, pure white to the mix. Um, I just never did, and I was using Sunray from Chimera. Because just that little bit of white helps make the non-metallic bits pop. You just need a little bit. You don't need a lot. Yeah. I was just thinking about all the things. Layden is that I should probably focus either on my orcs or the IDW miniatures um, tomorrow and try to start wrapping them up so I can set them to the side and prep something else to paint. Um, and just kind of do a push and get those guys out of the way. That's what I'm thinking for myself. There we go. That feels much better now. Felt like that yellow was overflowing too much onto the white. And you can see her hanging out a little bit further back from the window. But she's in loaf mode. I think that's going to have to be where I call my white. I think I got some visual interest in there so you can see the differences between the socks. For sure. That's bottle of paint. It does work. I was scared for a moment and I forgot that YouTube existed. Silver gray, sea blue. And I need my blue black. I was looking for this color last night. I could not find it. Could not find it because it was hiding in a box that it wasn't supposed to be hiding in. So, for shoes, I want sea blue for sure. Along with just a smidge of the blue black. So we're going to move away from the white because I think I've got it to a point where I want to call it complete. I don't think it's completely perfect, but I think that it is completely as perfect as I want it to be. For someone that had a minor mishap with her teaching professors, I think it would be good to call it where it's at. And I want black blue shoes. So we're going to use blue black and sea blue as our highlight color with silver gray. There are times that I tell myself, you're using too many colors, sir. You should limit how many you use. And then I do this and I go, but it looks prettier that way. That is way too big. Way too thick. Fix it that way. Fix it that way. I'll make sure to thin that down a lot more before I use it again. All right, so we take some of this silver gray and our sea blue, rinse our brush off, and make sure it's nice and thin this time and not super thick. We don't need super thick. Just need glazy. I'm gonna take this out of our hand. And that might be just right. I think that is what I want to do for her shoes. And it's semi-glad. Because you can kind of see the difference now when you look around the figure. Just a little bit. It's not a lot, but it is a little bit. And make sure it's nice and thin again. A little bit more. Bum, 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 all right, so we get our shoes. Ways. Kind of near where there's a scene that's starting to show up, and if you look at it straight on, you can see it now a little bit better. Yeah. Something like that for her shoe. I think so. I think so. Yeah. Take a sip of water though. Boom. Dad joke. Where does Batman go to the bathroom? The bat room. It's true. He should have a bat room. The bat cave. That would also be a good place. The bat cave. Although it'd be kind of awkward. Be like, Alfred, it's time for number 2 in the bat cave. Bum, bum. Oh, that's one of the things I need to set up too. I did want to set up a Stream Elements timer, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. If I remember. So part of the white got in places it wasn't supposed to on the shoe. I need to clean it up just a minute. Dear magnifying glass, please clamp to desk. Be much appreciated, please and thank you. I know I don't always like you, but I do need you to be functionally correct for me right now. There we go. There we go. Now we'll take some of our sea blue, then down, of course. Set roll mount. Wipe the excess off our brush. I guess the technical term would be to unload the brush. We wanted to be fancy. Just adding a little bit of sea blue in. Gonna help create a slightly different blue-black. And keep it visually interesting on the shoes as you look around at different angles of them. Is it always required? No. But seeing as I am nearing the end of the stream anyway, I figured I might as well clean up a little bit of the blue black because it will be some time before I return back to her. Thinking about it, I do want to get a bunch of small things finished so I can stay ahead of myself in terms of social posts. And more than likely, tomorrow night I'll probably work on the Batman the series figures and work on doing something similar with lines on them throughout them all, just so I can have them in the completed pile or near the completed pile for myself. I look forward to being done with some things, and I will have them in the done pile. Alternatively, there isn't a whole lot more to work on with her too. Her base is for the most part complete. I do want to add in some more striations and lines and different pieces of it, so I might use different colors at a later time for that. But I need to kind of put it all together so I see how it looks. And we'll go from there, because I do have her other cat that hangs out behind her as well. But he has a purple collar and he needs a little bit of gold on him. But he is a simple black tuxedo cat with some white sake pieces. I was very original when I painted him. They're done. Well, no, that's a he. It's a she. It's technically a she. The cat is. Excuse me. The yawn is coming. The yawns come. So, if I take a little bit more of this sea blue, blue gray mix. I can glaze it into different spots if I stay in frame. I'll stay in frame. You want to get kind of like the inside of the boot really quick. It shows, and you can see that there's a difference in the boots. They're not the boots with the fur, but they are boots. Oh, so I believe that is going to put me at the end of what I wanted to work on tonight. And that is going to make me feel comfortable and confident. I have accomplished things. Oh yeah, we also have to paint our little sign as well. I forgot about that. I'm going to move the brush out of the way. So what's playing card? Where's the playing card? There's a playing card right there. So, I think what I am going to do is dab a little bit of glue on a playing card really quick. And try to glue the staff back on before I call it a day. I do not need much. And sometimes the easiest thing to do is get a little playing card that I don't care about because I was at the dollar store and bought them for $1. And I can dab it in some glue. And hold it in place. You have a great night, Layden. I am done. I am just trying to glue on the other half of her staff. That will get painted soon. I too am in the completed mode. I thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. It was a great deal. I enjoyed meeting you, Sleepy Wolfie, and having a chat. Battle Ready, if you're still out there, I'm glad you stopped in. Judge Dave, I'm glad you stopped in. Everybody, I'm glad you have stopped in. You have a great day. You have a great night, great night's rest. Hopefully your Monday is great. And as Grumpy remembers, always give a heart out to everybody and be successful tomorrow. Enjoy, be safe, stay in frame, and paint some goofy